Afternoon, Jane. From lilies to daisies, some gorgeous sunshine here across Cambridgeshire at the moment. Sunny spells for many parts of the UK this afternoon, but temperatures actually a little down from where we'd expect to find them at this point in summer. But through this week, warmer weather is on its way.
Good afternoon. Well, it's absolutely beautiful here at the moment. Near on perfect conditions, not only for the players, but also for the spectators. Now, temperatures already in the low 20s here. Probably not going to get too much warmer, maybe a degree or two. And there's a gentle northwesterly breeze through this afternoon as well.
Well, Sally's joined us in the studio and it's all about flowers today.
Yes, massive story, literally massive, because it's about a massive giant lily. So let's take a look at these lovely pictures. There's the first discovery of a giant new lily in over a century. Water lily, that is, has been made at Kew Gardens, and it's the largest in the world. You may have seen the Queen Victoria before if you've been there. They thought it included 2 species, but now they think it includes a 3rd type, and they're calling it one of the botanical wonders of the world.
They're gorgeous.
They are, aren't they? I know, they're amazing.
How are we looking weather-wise, though?
Well, I'll come on to that in a minute because we're staying with the flowers for a tiny bit longer. I know you did Chelsea and enjoyed it. Have you got tickets for Hampton this year?
I don't, and I love Chelsea, and I haven't got my tickets yet for Hampton. But if you want to take me, do.
Oh, well, we'll talk about that afterwards. Anyway, it's on and it's looking fabulous, and what a week for it they've got. Let's take a look. I went and had a little visit earlier.
Nothing like a flower show to brighten up a Monday morning. Throw a comedian into the mix and you're laughing.
Trying to look more like Monty Don.
I mean, you're getting there. Slow and steady.
Either Monty Don or Alan Titchmarsh. I can't make up my mind. Or Carol Klein. I don't mind. I feel like I'm wearing sort of gardener drag. That's what I think I've gone for.
After a busy weekend, this very calm lunch break garden caught my eye today to inspire those working from home to take a break.
He does. He looks very zen in that moment, and it's quite nice watching and not joining in.
Yeah, exactly.
Wow, I finally realised. The water helps too, and not just me.
You've been drinking the water feature, have you, Sandwich? What a great name. Well, if it's there, why not? Free drinks, hey?
Wow!
A silver gilt medal here is a ray of light in what has been a very dark time for Ukrainians, Victoria and Alexei.
Tell me about the garden, Victoria. You've obviously got the wheat there that we know Ukraine is so famous for, and then this tragic burnt building and the burns on here.
This was inspired by their client's home that's now ashes, while they believe Russians are living in their own home. And yet they are desperate to look forward.
We want also to give hope to people to understand that we are hoping to survive, and we want to survive, and we will survive.
It inspires them to get out of bed, inspires them to go for a walk. You know, they'll say, I'll go and do a lap of the garden.
This serene garden will end up on top of St George's Hospital, thanks to the John King Brain Tumour Foundation.
What a garden space does is it allows you somewhere to see the sky, just feel the breath of wind on your face.
Also here at Hampton Court, some little gems for animals too.
Away from the flowers, I've just found the sweetest thing, a bug hotel. Well, look, a little tunnel for hedgehogs at the bottom. Too cute.
When you've got things like this, flowers and weather, what's not to love?
That's so cute, isn't it?
Really cute.
I spotted that, I was like, we've got to film it quickly. Now, I don't know if you're ready for some warm weather. The models are in disagreement, but it's going to be getting warmer this week.
Okay.
Next week, hopefully be nice. The week after, we could get some really warm weather. It's all a few days away, very uncertain. We'll keep you posted. But for now, this is quite a nice forecast. Let's take a look. Hello again. I'm in love with this photo. Look at this little robin. It's basically a teenage robin, I think. Look at his legs. Anyway, it is warming up as we go through this week. Tomorrow's a slight exception. We've got some cloud around, so it might actually be just a touchdown on today, but it is staying dry for the most part through the week. And then for Wednesday and Thursday, we should get some sunny spells, maybe a bit brighter as we head into towards the end of the week. And look at those temperatures, as I said, gradually on the climb, possibly getting up to the high 20s by Friday. The evening's looking quite nice and warm as well, and very high or high UV too. That's weather. Here's the pollen. So with all the dry weather, we've got high levels of pollen, but you'll note they're not very high. That's because the grass pollen season has now peaked. So a tiny silver lining amongst that cloud. That's your forecast for now.
Louise, it's sunny at Wimbledon, but shocking scenes that we saw earlier in the programme in Australia.
Yeah, really awful, weren't they? And I just thought to try to put it into some context, Fiona, I'd talk about the volume of rainfall that we've seen across Sydney over the last few days, because it really has been quite phenomenal. Now, this has been the story that we've been receiving. Between Friday and Monday, they've had 733 millimetres of rain. And to put that into context, that's more than a whole year's worth of rain in the London area. So that really is quite significant, and hence the reason why there has been such a devastating impact over the next few days. Though the weather story is going to get a little bit quieter, just like us at home, I'm pleased to say.
Good evening. Well, it's not been a bad day here at all. It's just starting to get a bit chilly actually here at the top of the hill. We've got this northwesterly breeze, but the weather today has been really deceptive. There's a few red faces around. There's a bit of burnt shoulders going on at the moment. So we've had this sunshine, UV levels are high, and the pollen count is also high. You probably can't see the flowers around me, the beautiful flowers all the way across the site, full of bees at the moment. So the pollen is very high as well.
Weather records have already been broken this year here and around the world, and modelling suggests July could be no different. Well, Becky Manton is here. And Becky, reports it's going to get very hot over the next few weeks, which I'm happy about, but tell us more.
Well, we're not all glamorous Italians who can cope with the heat. Some people can't quite cope with it, and certainly it is going to turn warmer, particularly in the south. We could be seeing temperatures into the 30s as we move over the weekend. But I have seen sort of 40 degrees bandied around, which obviously is slightly worrying from a climatic sort of point of view, but I think it's highly unlikely. But yes, there was a supercomputer that made one calculation on Saturday that said 40, 41 degrees. I think it's highly unlikely, but definitely as we get closer to the actual weather event, so things warming up over the next few days, then those supercomputers make more accurate calculations. So really anything more than about 5 days ahead tends to be educated guesswork. But yes, definitely the trend is for things warming up and getting more summery over the next few days, but it's not going to be an entirely smooth process to get there. So, as I say, it certainly is going to be a bit of a change in the forecast over the next few days, but it's not going to be an entirely smooth process to get there. A bit of a stop and a start, a bit more cloud and a little bit cooler, in fact, in the next 24 to 48 hours for some. So let's have a look then. Over the next few days, dry, fine and increasingly warm in the south, and further north cloudier with rain at times, particularly those northwestern parts.
So, Becky, not quite 40, but a little bit more sunshine, which is good.
I think you'll be happy with what we're going to get over the next few days if you're a little bit patient.
All right, okay. Becky, thank you.